Hello everyone, welcome back to the Ale Pokemon channel, and today we are back with episode 13 of our set battle series. But before we get into that, as I always do, please do consider liking and subscribing if you enjoy what you see here and if you're a fan of the channel. I'm still very small, this is something I just do for fun, but every like, subscribe or comment is very gratefully received, so do consider that. And you can also follow me on Twitter or Insta at AlePokemon25, the same as my username here. But now that business is on the way, as I said, it is time for episode 13 of our set battle series. If you're not familiar, what we do is we take an equal number of packs from two different sets, pit them against each other by ripping them open and seeing which set gives us the better hits, and they are then declared the winner, and we keep track of that. We've got a whole little leaderboard going and everything. But yeah, that is the basic gist of it. We have been really lucky in this series. We've still never had a dud video. I feel like I shouldn't say that because I'm going to jinx it, but I think the worst we've done in one of these videos is to get 2 EXs, which, considering we usually open 6 packs, is very good. But I'm sure if you haven't already read it in the title, which you will have done, you'll be eager to find out which sets are going at it today. We have a returning set and a debutant. We will start off with the set making their return, actually hoping to remain undefeated, as we have one of the more recent Pokemon sets, specifically Mega Evolution Phantasmal Flames. They made their debut against Scarlet and Violet base set for our special episode 10 edition, which hopefully you will have watched. If you haven't, you go and check that out. But as I said, Phantasmal Flames did win that, so they are currently 1-0. They have 3 packs today to try and continue their unbeaten run. But standing across the proverbial ring, the proverbial battlefield from them, is Mega Evolution base set. So the set that came out before Phantasmal Flames, making their debut today, again with 3 packs. They'll be hoping to get themselves on the board with a victory in their debut. It should be very interesting. Obviously, like I said, these are 2 of the more recent sets from the Mega Evolution era. They do both have, I think it's Mega Hyper Rares, the special gold cards that were introduced in the Mega Evolution era. So it should be interesting to see which one will get the better hits. If you're not familiar, of course, in these packs, we'll be looking for EXs. That's sort of the lowest rarity hit that we can get. And then in terms of the secret rares, there's the illustration rares, the ultra rares, the special illustration rares, and as I mentioned, the Mega Hyper Rares, the big fancy gold ones. But without any further ado, let's get started. I think we will start with the returning set first, Phantasmal Flames. Here we have on the front, of course, the biggest hit in this set, the Mega Charizard X EX, which we have pulled the SIR of. I don't know if we'll be able to repeat that level of luck today. There are a lot of nice cards in this set, so hopefully we'll find something. Any kind of secret rare would be lovely to see. Of course, we repeated the insanity of pulling the Mega Charizard. That would be absolutely crazy, but the odds of that are obviously very small. So taking off the code card, a tradition we have around here is we always guess the energy. Fire energy was the first that popped into my head. Let's have a look. And no, it is a darkness energy. There are also shiny energies in this, in Mega Evolution, if I remember correctly. I'm hoping I'm not getting mixed up and that's not just Ascended Heroes, but I'm pretty sure there are shinies. So let's get into our first pack. So first of all, we have Charmander, one of the mascots of the entire franchise, a very cute card. We have the Bronzor hanging out by the mirrors. Looks like it's in somebody's hallway, maybe. Some artwork there on the walls. We have the Trapinch. I believe this is part of a connecting art. I think this is sort of like an urban street, and I think there's a few different ones that connect, I believe. We have the Krokorok, the sandy little crocodile. Ooh, the jumbo ice cream. That looks very tasty. Yum, yum, yum. Give me some of that. The Ludicolo, looking like he's about to do a big old attack. Ludicolo's a derpy Pokemon, but he's a cool fella. We like him. There is a Bramblegast. And here we go on to where we can find the potential hits. Of course, this has the new type of holographic, a Ceruledge reverse holo. A very nice reverse to get. Very cool. We have a Seal reverse holo, and on the end, just a Toxtricity. So no hit for Phantasmal Flames from their first pack, potentially leaving the door open for the debuting Mega Evolution. Can they get themselves on the board with their very first pack? I have noticed, I was about to say, I've noticed with Mega that it's a bit harder opening them from the back like I usually do, but that one just opened like butter, so the pack's just making me look like a liar. So here we go, pack number 2 for the energy. Grass was the first one that popped into my head, and no, it is a psychic energy, so we're 0 for 2 so far on the energy cards. But let's crack into our first pack of Mega Evolution base set. First up, we have a Pachirisu. Looks like it's chilling in the cherry blossom tree. That is a very cute artwork, very nice. A Graph-ii. Bit of an oddly named Pokemon. A Knackley, the sort of little mushroom house thing. I'm not exactly sure what it's meant to be. Oh, Chikorita, chilling amongst the plants. That's a nice artwork. We have seen that before, but it's a nice one. Tinkerton with its massive hammer. A Volcanion, the big volcano Pokemon. A Premium Power Pro. This is what you need to get all your gains. And here we are onto the reverses. So first up, we have a Curlier, followed by a Jinx, 2 reverse psychic types, very interesting. And on the end, oh, there we go. The first hit is a Mega Abomasnow EX. So Mega Evolution base set does get the first hit. I've got a feeling this is a double, but as I say, they can always go into my trade binder to be traded, or traded in at a card shop to get cards that I need. So Mega Evolution, draw first blood. Putting the pressure on Phantasmal Flames. They need to come with a hit if they are going to keep their undefeated streak alive. On to pack number 2 of Phantasmal Flames with the Lopunny art on the front. There was a bit of a thing going around a while ago that people thought that you were more likely to pull the Mega Charizard SIR if it was out of the Lopunny pack. I don't think there was enough data to actually validate that, but there was a few people who were saying that was the case, so it would be interesting to see if we managed to pull that from here. Taking off the code card for the Energy Psychic, even though we just had it, was the first one to pop into my head, and no, it is a Lightning Energy. So here we go, pack number 2 of Phantasmal Flames. First up, we have Nimble, the sort of like robot bug thing. Don't really know. Piloswine, the big old mammoth with its scary tusks. The Boltund, the electric dog, going for a run. Sandile, one of the sandy lizards. A Dawn, we've also pulled the Dawn SIR, that would be a nice hit as well. Wigglytuff, singing its enchanting song. An Eternatus, the big mythical Pokemon. We have a Genesect reverse. A Bramblegast reverse, and on the end, oh, I just mentioned Dawn. It isn't the SIR, but it is one we haven't pulled. It's the Dawn Ultra Rare. So Phantasmal Flames come in with a secret rare. They're not going to take it lying down. That is a very nice card. Some of the full art trainers are really nice. I feel like generally, unless they're playable, they're usually not worth a lot. But they are pretty nice artwork. So Phantasmal Flames keeping things spicy. Again, we are really lucky when it comes to this series for some reason. 3 packs so far, 2 hits. Phantasmal Flames have got their nose out in the lead, but Mega Evolution, of course, do have a pack in hand. So we'll move on to their second pack with the Mega Lucario on the front. That, of course, would be one of the nice hits to get from here. The SIR or the Mega Hyper Rare. Personally, I'm not massively into the Mega Hyper Rares. I think if you go too hard on the gold, it gets a bit tacky for my liking. Again, I'm not going to complain if I pull one, but personally, I'm more of an SIR person. Let's take off the code card for the Energy. Metal was the first one that popped in my head. And no, it's another Electric Energy, 2 in a row. We got a secret rare out of the last pack with an Electric Energy. Could that be a sign? Okay, interesting. So our second Phantasmal Flames pack again starts with a Pachirisu. We have a Greavard, the graveyard dog with a candle on its head. Bulbasaur, looking out from the field full of flowers. Very cute. The Shroodle, he's a derpy little fella. I like that artwork. Oh, a Surfing Beach. I don't know if I've seen this before. This might be new. Oh, new to me, obviously, not new in general. Once during each player's turn, that player may switch their active water Pokemon with one of their benched water Pokemon. Could be useful if you're running a water deck. We have a Center Scorch, the big scary Fire Noodle. A Stone Journer, I always say it looks like he's doing a big old double stomp for any wrestling fans out there. And here we go. So, base set is looking for some sort of hit if they want to try and get back at an even keel. First of all, Ninetales reverse. That is a really pretty artwork. I really like that. Then we have a Marshadow reverse as well. And on the end, just a Hariyama holographic. So, Phantasmal Flames, as we come onto their third pack, still in the lead with the ultra rare Dawn. Can they extend their lead even further right now? They're already basically 2 levels above Mega Revolution, because obviously there's the illustration rares and then the ultra rares is usually how the rarities go. So here we go, the final code card from Phantasmal Flames. For the energy, can we turn it around? I'm going to say water energy. No, it's a psychic energy. Is that the second psychic energy we've had? Yes, we have. So we're having a very small pool of energies today, which is interesting. But here we go, on to the last pack of Phantasmal Flames. First of all, we have the Charmander again. He's a derpy little fella. Sableye, the little gem goblin, hiding from the sunlight. Duraludon, the big, building Pokemon, firing its laser beam. Piloswine, again with its tusks. An Eternatus. Brambleghast, which I think we got a reverse of earlier, if I'm remembering correctly. And Archulodon, the other building Pokemon, or does it evolve from Duraludon? Oh, okay. That's interesting. I've never clicked that, but I guess Duraludon becomes Archulodon. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought they were just 2 entirely separate Pokemon with different lines. We've learned something today. And here we go. So their last chance to further extend their lead. We've got the Boltund reverse. Zigzagoon reverse. He's a derpy little fella. And on the end, just a Zacian holographic. So everything to play for Mega Revolution on their last pack. Any sort of secret rare would probably get them the win. Another EX might not be enough, but here we go. Pack number 3 with the Mega Kangaskhan, the mother and the baby on the front. So can Mega Revolution pull one out of the bag? We've seen some last minute stunners before in this series. Can it happen again? Taking off the code card. For the energy, I'm going to say grass. I know it's a fire energy, close, but no cigar. So we're 0 for 6 today, guessing the energies. I hope you did a little bit better at home. But let's get into this final pack and see if Mega Revolution can pull off a miracle. First up, we have Mantime with a little Remoraid attached to it, because they sort of pair up, I believe, in the Pokemon lore, I guess would be the way to put it. Oh, a Miltank. Do you like Miltank? Do you like Miltank? I do. Miltank's pretty cool. We have the Derpy Shroodle. The Heliolisk, standing on the beach. The Tangrowth, doing a big old slap attack with its long old arms. A Grumpig. A Latios, very cool Pokemon. And here we go. It is the final countdown, so to speak, for Mega Revolution. 2 cards that could potentially give them the victory. First of all, a Toxicroak reverse. Very nice reverse to get. A Bulbasaur reverse. That's another nice reverse to get. But here we go. It's time for the last pack magic, last card magic. Can Mega Revolution pull something out of the bag? Oh, they can! It's a Fighting Gong. Ultra rare. We're always so lucky in this series. So it looks like at the death, we may have seen a shocking upset here as we sleeve up the Fighting Gong. Some of the trainers are pretty nice as well. Again, unless they're playable, they're usually not super valuable. But I like this. It's clean, keeps the colours minimal, stands out nicely. So let's pop that in the background. So now we've seen all 6 of our packs ripped, as we always do. We'll take a quick break and then we'll come back to review the results. So there we go, episode 13 of Set Battles is in the books. It's unlucky for some, but it was not unlucky for us today. Our luck with this series does continue to be really, really solid. Not the craziest one of these videos that we've ever recorded, but still nothing to complain about at all. Both packs, both sets, came to do battle. We put in a good showing, and in the end, we did see a last-minute upset victory. But first of all, let's take a look at Phantasmal Flames. It was just the one hit, but it was a very nice one. I kind of almost spoke into existence by talking about the Dawn SIR directly before we pulled it. But it is the Dawn Ultra Rare. A very nice artwork. She is one of the cuter female trainers, which always makes them a little bit more desirable. But unfortunately, even with a secret rare, that wasn't enough for the victory today. So unfortunately, Phantasmal Flames will not stay undefeated because Mega Evolution base set came in and said, hey, we're the one who started this era. We're going to be taking charge here. And they came with the results. We got the Mega Abomasnow EX out of the first pack. So they started off pretty strongly, but then immediately Phantasmal Flames struck back. It was looking a little bit dicey for them. It looked like Mega Evolution might not be able to pull off the win. But then, in the last pack, we pulled the secret rare, the Fighting Gong, which has pulled out the victory for them. So congratulations to Mega Evolution. They win in their debut. As I always do, I'll quickly flash up the current standings on the screen for you to take a look at. And there we go. So unfortunately, Phantasmal Flames doesn't say undefeated, but Mega Evolution base set does clock their first victory. Again, our luck in the series continues to be really good. 2 secret rares and an EX out of 6 packs. A 50% hit rate is nothing to complain about at all. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. As I mentioned at the start, do consider liking and subscribing. And obviously I'm on Twitter and Insta, as I mentioned earlier. But take care of yourselves. I hope you get to rip some packs yourselves soon. Take care of yourselves and peace.